Alright. I had to adjust my GoPro. The damn shit done bent it down while I'm looking at the ground. I had to straighten that up. And I hit the off button all of a sudden. So we're gonna let's see if I can catch this thing out here in the field. But that's one of the places they kind of herd up, you know, or go to gather crawdads and stuff. And everything. I'm gonna go over here in the left-hand corner when I take and get out here in the field. Last year, me and Daniel found a big structure, and I mean a big structure in there. So what I gotta do is I gotta go in the field, go up a ridge, cross it, and come down the other side. Then I gotta fight my way to the top. Then I'm in the clearing, then I walk my way down to behind the camp and everything. But hot as it is, I don't know if I'm gonna make it or not. I'll tell you what, I'll go another way. I'll go off all the trail. See where that takes. See what we can find on the trail. Where's the tree breaks and stuff? There's another path right there they take right there. But what most people don't realize, you know, when you're squatching, you know, you gotta get the sense for it, you know, the main thing about squatching is you've got to learn how to decipher their structures. Every structure has a particular meaning, and if you don't understand that, you're just seeing like that boy Phoenix, that boy we talked to a couple last year. He said, I don't pay attention to structures because structures don't mean a thing to me. Well, son, you better start learning. Okay, here's the path goes around that way. So let's take a trip around that way. Let's see what we can find here. I ain't been down the way since me and Daniel was down this way. We followed all the way up to the GPS thing. We're gonna see what's gonna happen here. See if we can find some of these structures. Now, these are old structures from last couple of years ago. Me and Daniel was up here. Oh, there's where them trees was, where them boys, we got the boys on video tearing it down. And they never realized it. They tried to make it look like a Bigfoot, did it? Well, they didn't get too far. And everything. Yeah, this might go up this way. I want to show you something here. Here's a crow. Now, we don't know if a coyote got it, if a hawk got it, if a Bigfoot got it. We don't know, but it's interesting. I think the structures in here last year. Some pretty good ones. I think it just might stay on this thing for a while. There's one right there. Old broken one. Right there. Tree right there. The reason squatches love areas like this because it's closure. They got places they can hide out in the open and you'll never see them. That's one reason why they like these areas. I like them too. The only problem is you have trouble trying to see them. You know. But I've been lucky and caught them in the open. Caught them peeking around trees. Calling phone rocks at me, you know. It's cool. It's all good, you know. But that's their own way to let me know, hey, you're in the area or you're going too far. There's another trail right here that's back in there. You know, it just all depends, you know. Now, look up here. We got a tree that's been broke and bent over. Now, let's see if a squatch did it. Let's see if nature did it and everything. Now, we haven't had no high winds and no storms in the last week. So, you got that tree right there, come down. That tree's been uprooted. Okay. Now, if we didn't have no wind, no nothing, because if it was just by nature, that little tree right there on the bottom of it was sticking straight up. Okay? It is bent, straightened up, and twisted all the way out that way. That's been uprooted. That's been pushed. Okay? This tree right here, that tree limb right there. Now, watch this. I want to show y'all something. Look at one. Look at that. See how it goes up? How it goes up? This tree was uprooted. It was pushed over because we ain't had no high wind. We had rain, but I mean, you know, we ain't had shit this week, you know, and no high winds. So this tree right here is still, it's dead, but it's hard as a rock. That was that's an oak tree. So we know it's pushed over because we ain't had no winds. I mean, if it was a high winds, why weren't the other trees pushed over? You know, this tree right here has been over for years because they cut it with the chainsaw, you know. You gotta learn to look at stuff like that, man, you know, and decipher it. You gotta know what the weather was in your area within like a couple weeks time frame, you know, of being in this area. You gotta do that. And if you don't do that, you can't figure it out. It's getting hotter than a witch's tit here. All right, I'll be back.